What's up? What's up? How's it going,
Hey,
everybody? And we are live, and we have a cool pre-show guest. We're gonna call this the pre-show, Andrea,
I
because
love it. I love it. Let's do
we're
the
jumping it
pre-show.
right into it. Because I think Jake and I are trying to keep these shows at 7:15 or 8:15 every week. The aggressively average anglers, they have a show at 8:15 every week. So the week that we have a show, we'll probably do 7:15, and the weeks we don't have a show, it'll be their show. But their show is also joint with Kayak Adventure Series on our channel. So anyway, this is like a little earlier than normal, guys. We're going to jump right into it with Andrea White from Cross Currents Leadership, also working closely with the ACA. We can let you explain more about it, but that's what we're going to talk about today is where and how is the money that's going from these kayak raffles that at this first event, TallaBASSee, it's NuCanoe, for example. So
Right.
where is the money from that raffle going and why, and how is this helping the anglers?
How's this all going to work?
Yeah, how's it all going to work? So tell us real quick about yourself, and then we'll get into it.
Well, yeah, and I'm so excited to be doing this with you, this collab. I've been doing this twice a week, live conversations with Cross Currents Leadership with leaders from across paddle sports and outdoor rec. And us being able to collab tonight just worked out perfectly. So thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Drew, you came down a while back and we did that level 1 instructor course, and God knows it's, the day that you decide you want to be a higher instructor than just teaching beginners, you've got the skills. That's never a question, but
Right.
It's the same course that we're talking about for your guys here, right? It's a level 1 ACA national certification to become an instructor to teach kayak and kayak fishing. And there's never been a more exciting time to be an educator in kayak fishing. So I am just all about trying to help you in this mission to get more folks out there, helping our fishermen and women catch more fish, be safer, have more fun, come home with smiles on their face, and do this for a very long and joyous lifetime.
So that sounds amazing. And while we're talking, Jake, I can put you on a project maybe. Jeff Little's Instagram has videos of this class that he and Russ and I and Dustin Hoy, Wade from Yak Attack was there. I'm trying to think a few other people. But anyway, if you want to search it, it was back in, I think, the fall of 2024. Is that right, Andrea? Do you remember? It wasn't last fall.
I think
so it had to be
I've got the
2024.
link. Hang on just one sec. I can give you
Could
the
have been
link.
2023. But anyway, while you're looking up that stuff, guys, just show some footage. I'll explain a little bit about more of what it is and why it matters. So first of all, it's just hard to explain. Like, you guys watching this, you don't know what you don't know. And I'll tell you this right now. I'm not trying to insult anybody. And Andrea, you've been through the courses,
Yep.
but you don't know as much about paddling and boat control and especially safety as you think you do. You don't until you learn it. I was blessed because I was with Jackson Kayak for many years around whitewater kayakers that are obviously handling stuff much bigger than we typically handle with fishing, right? So I learned a lot of high level techniques and skills that I was probably above average. I knew how to whitewater kayak, and this isn't even referring to rivers. This is flat water as well, big waves, swells, tides, but the correct paddle strokes, the way to hold your paddle, I was still a little off on even all the stuff I was doing. And now I'm better. I'm more efficient, and I use it in conjunction with the motor because we do allow motors and a lot of people use them. But it was like one of the best things I'd ever done was learning all this stuff. I feel better about it. And I feel like I'm safer. I've got kids and family and all that. It's like, it just feels good knowing I have all the necessary tools inside my brain and on my boat and prepared to, be safe out there. But here's the crazy thing. I didn't get the class just to learn those skills. I got the class to hopefully be able to teach others, because this is a certification course for me and Jeff and Russ and all of us to actually be given the third party accreditation, right, from you guys, that we also know how, not just know the skills, now we know how to teach them. And that's what we're trying to get is you guys out there. We put a form on the website. I'll pull it up, Andrea, and we can show everybody what kind of we've been working on. And you can go on there if you want to be somebody who potentially can learn all this stuff at a high level and be able to teach it, where you can get paid, charge somebody whatever you want, $50, $75, $100 for a skills class for half a day, right? A full day. go on there and fill this out, and we're going to cover your cost of the tuition and most likely the lodging as well. So basically it will be nothing out of your pocket. It's real simple, guys. Go over there. It's under 4 anglers and an ACA scholarship form. And the goal, the idea is to actually have classes on the Sundays after KS events. There should be at least one person there that's a certified instructor. And so if you're just a regular angler out there, you don't want to get certified to teach, but you want to learn these skills on the Sundays, we will offer on the store, on the website. There we go. Some videos, some class. Oh, this is actually from Shoalipalooza.
Yeah, that's when it was, wasn't it?
Well, our certification was the fall, like before this.
Yeah, the link I put in there was from the instructor class.
Free.
But this is the class that they taught at Shoalipalooza.
At Shoalipalooza, which is perfect. So these are just regular anglers like many of you out there watching this, learning how to do all the different paddle strokes, how to hold it. You'll be surprised at stuff you had no idea you're doing wrong. And I'm not talking about easy stuff like your paddle's upside down or backwards, which still many of you guys out there have no idea that there is an upside down and a backwards. But this is great that they're learning this, and these special techniques that I'm telling you, they help you catch more fish. Big secret to Jeff Little's success, my success, Russ's success. So,
well, I remember when you wrote that article about the techniques that help you win the Bassmaster on the kayak series. And you wrote the article about how, you had to have exactly the right outfitting and trim on your kayak.
Oh, yeah.
But you also had to have paddling technique that allowed you to paddle against the current to get to just the right spot. And it was that paddling technique, you said, that made the difference in you getting the big ones.
Yeah, it was with the motor.
And I've heard you talk to other people about how, having the technique of a really good draw stroke made all the difference in the world, and you being able to do boat presentation to cast exactly where you wanted.
Right.
What we don't often think about is that those same skills that help you as such an expert angler to catch more fish, and would help any angler to catch more fish, those same skills also kind of help you make sure you know what to do when something goes awry and you fall out of your boat,
right,
or something goes wrong that you didn't plan on. And that's how you get home safe.
Yeah. Even the trip planning. I mean, just in general, considering the weather and the stuff we learned, and how to properly, use every piece of gear and equipment, how to, I think we just showed a video right here's one of Dustin getting in the water so he could learn. This was cold. It was in November, but we did it anyway, just to prove we could do it and do it the proper way. And there are many ways to re-enter a kayak. It's not just as simple as just one way. There's lots of different ways. You're going to find yourself. That might be me there.
Oh, come on. You could have made a better splash.
Yeah, probably. But learning them all and how to work with, your fellow anglers out there. There's a 2-person method. There's lots of different things. But that was critical. So if you're out there and you want to learn this stuff, great. We'll probably be having classes on the Sundays after KS events. Probably not this first TallaBASSee, but all the rest of them. If you want to learn how to actually be certified, which would mean you're going to get the best instruction, it's going to be a 3-day, take about 3.5 days, maybe half day online or whatnot. But our goal is, if you want to get instructor certified, that at Broodstock, the finale, Jake, I don't even know if I told you this. Maybe I did. At the finale, if you stick around there, our plan is going to be to have the instructors who certify you guys as instructors there and ready to at least do up to 10 people. And we have a facility already secured with a pond, probably some nice bass in that pond too. And lodging is right there on site. It's actually where we're going to do our Bass U brunch. This is in Clarksville in September. It's going to be warmer than we had to deal with November cold water. So when you're practicing the re-entries and stuff like that, I really encourage you guys to fill it out, sign it up. I mean, it's on us. It's the anglers giving back to the anglers, helping save more lives. Andrea and I are just sick and tired of seeing, lots of paddle sports deaths, but in kayak fishing, we certainly hear about, many a year, and that's already one too many, quite frankly.
Well, and I will confess, it's so hard to watch the news headlines all the time, but I think that in Florida alone, we're up to 4 or 5 kayak fatalities since New Year's.
Yeah.
And there's just, the things that are tripping people up are easy things. And we can do something about that. You know, we can just as us with our friends and our family and learning just a little bit about how to make slightly better decisions. We don't have to always be the smartest decision. If we just make slightly better decisions,
right,
it would actually change the trajectory of those stats.
Yep, we can. But I don't even know how to explain it. And Jeff and Russ and Dustin, everyone would say the same thing. Wade, we would literally just say, you guys, I'm telling you, you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know that you need it. You don't, some people might be saying, oh yeah, I do need this, I'm sure. But some people just don't understand the small things that I learn and know in paddling and paddle sports and boat positioning. And again, it's with the motor. That article was talking about me paddling with my motor on full blast to get to attain some sections that other people couldn't, and using the draw and the pry stroke and ways to get yourself closer without a motor has to move you forward. Right. And so there's just a lot more stuff here than I think we have time to go over as we're about to wrap it up with you. But I just encourage people to fill out that form and let's get some people certified as instructors so that you can teach after a KAS event on Sunday and make $400 or $500 and covers your entire tournament. And you just got to stick around for, one extra day, and
have some fun teaching other people the sport you love.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, Drew, I cannot tell you, I'm so excited that you all have decided to spend your raffle money this way and to pay it forward like this in the community. Right. I just want to do whatever I can to help you be successful with it, because I just know it's going to make such a difference.
It really will, and it already has for me. So I appreciate it, and thanks to the ACA and Cross Currents leadership for you guys helping us with this program this year. And eventually, the more people we get certified and start teaching classes, the more people are going to understand exactly what you and I are saying. And Jeff Little and everyone, exactly. we keep preaching from the rooftops about this stuff. So, and in KAS, not everyone does have a motor. You can still launch from wherever and float and do river trips. And
hey, I'm paddling tomorrow. I'm going on a paddle only float tomorrow.
It's fun. It's simple. It's the essence of where this all started. So it's never going to go away. I still have my paddle in my lap every moment while I'm using a motor, because I'm constantly using it for other things and pushing off things. And also just for the simple safety. If something happens, I can brace myself with it, right? I can push, I can do a brace stroke where you're about to fall in, you can slap the water and it flips you upright. Or if you're shallow enough, push off on the bottom. So I used it like crazy in that insane wind we had on the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship just this past. So essentially it lets me get to places that's no big. I know how to handle that. I know all the techniques. I'm confident. Well, a lot of times that washing machine, that heavy wind, that crazy bank that everybody else wants to avoid because they don't have the skill set, that's where the fish are chewing, because they take advantage of those wind and waves and staying in the water and the current. And they were chewing. I had a great second day, but I wouldn't have been as confident doing it had I not known all that I know and the experience I've had. So thank you guys so much. Let's get some people certified. You guys watching this now or in the future, go check it out on the website. And thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks you guys. Have a great night.
You too.
See ya. All right. All right. So now we can get into some of the latest and greatest, of course, KAS information. Do a little news and notes, I guess. We can move into that topic. You guys in the comments, hey, look, it's early. It's 7 o'clock, 7:15. I get it. We usually have, 30, 40, 50 people on live when we're going to 8 o'clock, right? But the aggressively average anglers have their show at 8:15. So we're going to lead you guys right into them, and hopefully everyone else is getting their dinner wrapped up, kids to bed, and they'll join us here. And of course, just watch this because we're 1 week out, essentially. I mean, I will be there. We will be there having a Wednesday welcome dinner next week at this time. That is crazy how quick this is all happening. So we will see you guys there. But Newport's news and notes, let's get into it. I was actually going to share my screen because here's what's cool. I don't think we've shared this yet. We should probably share this on Instagram too and on the Facebook page if we haven't already. Go to For Anglers and you can click on payouts. First of all, I want to show you guys the payouts. So last year we had a little chart that took you to some Google form or something that was not very well done. So we fixed it this year because I don't know if you guys realize we've been paying out well over 100%. especially when you consider the prizes, like the raffle kayak and
Yeah.
the monetary value of all the other stuff, the gift bags. We're way over 100%. So this is, if you go to the payouts, you can see exactly what you're going to make it for those of you who are actually really concerned about the return on investment, right? And we're going to pay out the top 20% in cash. The next 5 anglers are paid in prizes or potentially a free entry fee as well. So we effectively pay out about 25% of the field. And then the payout structure, it's 96 to 109% cash payout. And then here on the right, you can see, or at the bottom there in the white, it says up to 210% payback once you include the prizes. And this just lays it all out. We are a transparent organization. We've always tried to do things the best we can, right, Jake? Buy the book. We give you guys checks when you walk off stage. Now we post date them until after the protest period, which is just that, that Monday you can cash them. But so you got to hold them on Saturday and Sunday. But this is what we're doing. This is like literally what we're paying out. And there's obviously like been a lot of craziness and leagues that pop up in fishing and things that, I'll say scandals too. Some of them scams or scandals, but we've been doing this for 2 years. We haven't been as transparent, but it's a good thing to be transparent because we're going way above and beyond and always have. That's why everyone gets their checks and they've said, wow, it's this much for this number of people that whatever we're in the field. I'm like, yeah. So thank you to our sponsors for making this happen and our tourism partners. They're the ones who actually make this possible. So it's all right there if you guys want to take a look. And a lot of the cash back are on those bonuses, but they're most of the bonuses are not hard at all to attain. You just click on for anglers and click on bonus and contingency programs. Have we talked about this on a live yet, Jake? Last couple weeks ago, maybe we did. We didn't. Okay.
So we didn't actually get to it last time.
Well, these are all like the Unhooked program by D Hooker. Okay, we want an awesome video of you losing a fish in practice or the tournament. Just if you lose a fish, someone's going to win $500 and a D Hooker. If you film with a GoPro, this could be a lost fish as well, but most likely this is like an actual landed fish. This is just the best, like coolest clip from the event. And what I'm thinking about doing, and you guys in the comments can tell me if you like this idea, but I'm thinking about giving everybody like 3 weeks after the event, give you several weeks to get those clips to us. And then we will post those winners at the next event. That way we have something really cool to post on the theater big screen, right? And we can announce that in person right there by showing off the video, who wins. But yeah, GoPro is cool. GoPro's giving $500 for the best clip that Jake and I, and we'll decide which one just really seems like it's the coolest clip. And you know what? If we don't have a great one from any tournament, what's to say we can't pick 2 from one tournament, Jake? Who knows? So
yeah,
just submit them to us and we'll figure it out.
We're gonna have people out there losing fish on purpose.
Yeah. In practice, I mean, you're shaking them off anyway, right? So some of these videos,
do it in style.
Yeah, do it in style. Make sure you got some cool jumps, and we got to see how big that fish is. But it's really easy. You just submit the clip. You click on this button here. Click on this button here to submit your footage, and it's pretty simple. Omnia. So we actually do have a possibly special guest that's going to come in later. Chase from Omnia may be joining us later at the very end of this first show before the Aggressively Average Anglers go on at 8:15, and he's going to talk about Omnia Fishing, Omnia Pro. And if you own Omnia Pro, which obviously I think everyone pretty much should own that anyway, because you got all the navionics and all the charts, all the mapping, all the different maps are on there. Plus you of course have all the stuff like the wind direction and water clarity and water temperature. And it's just a cool, river gauges, stuff like that. A great app to have. So $300 just for owning an app you should probably be owning anyway. Let's see. You use that app a good bit, right, Jake? I mean, is there any feature you like the best, or what's some of your favorite features on it that you've used?
The wind thing was actually my favorite. Because it's something that's fairly unique to the app. I mean, there's other apps that do it, but it's nice to be able to look at the contours and the wind. So it's easy to find if a bank is deep, wind-blown deep bank, because you don't really, like, usually when I'm looking for wind-blown banks, I'm not looking for like a foot, you want some depth there where fish will actually feed, because I like to get below them and whatnot. So. Yeah,
and the foot's going to be it might murky up anyway. If it's too shallow, it's going to be just hitting the county bounty is pretty cool. And it's, again, this is like nothing special you guys have to do. You don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops. It's just stay in the county that's hosting us, which why would you not want to be close to all the action, the opening ceremonies? Well, first the Wednesday welcome dinner, then Thursday's opening ceremonies, Friday's Bash U brunch, and then Saturday's awards are all happening in town. So stay close by, and $500 bonus to the top placing angler who stays there. Toyota's bonus bucks, that's a staple in the industry. Everyone knows that. Get a Toyota, be a 5-year newer Toyota. And they're actually about to update to this year's events on their website. We'll change that graphic there. But you win. And if you fish any other events like Bassmaster Kayak Series, you're qualified there too. So you're just competing against 4, 5, 6 people maybe in the event, and 2 people get paid out for a KS is $300 and $150. So easy. We have lots of cross kick bonuses. You guys can read those. Just a lot of ways. Where basically you get shoes if you're the new, a new team or a team that's it's registered for 3 events, and if you're one of the 2 anglers who have driven the furthest to get there. If you're a new angler and you'll be automatically just entered into a drawing to get a pair of cross kicks. So lots of ways to win new shoes with cross kicks, but revolves around being kind of a new angler. Oh, speaking of Toyota, definitely go see Mike D at Toyota of Kent. Good dude. My wife went to school with his wife. They treat you right at Toyota of Kent, and then you're going to receive 1 year's worth of KS entry fees, $250 in sponsor product gift cards, new vehicle purchase rebate from Toyota bonus bucks, and a half-day guide trip or virtual lessons from myself. So that's a lot of value just for getting in a truck that also is going to qualify you for bonus bucks. So come fly in, drive out with a new Toyota. I love my new truck, man. It's awesome. People knock on that. I still hear people saying, well, it's a 4-cylinder, and they just don't get it. It's a 4-cylinder turbo and has more torque and more power than my V6. It's better. They wouldn't have done it, and you get better gas mileage. They wouldn't have moved to it if it was weaker. No one wants weaker and less torque and less power. More power, better gas mileage. Day 2 Dark Horse is the angler, who rises the most from day 1 to day 2, presented by Dark Horse Tackle, of course. And you're going to get a subscription box. So that's pretty easy. Don't show up to day 1 on Friday because whatever, you got something going on, you got a, birthday party or whatever, you can't make it. Then if you got 0, you're definitely going to be in the running to win the day 2 Dark Horse. The bank bag cleanup, everybody, you have an option to take one of these yellow AFCO bank bags. And when you return it, I made a cool sign. Hopefully it comes in time. A cool one of our signs, those ones we stand up, that's big, yellow, and bright, and it says AFCO bank bag return here. We're going to drop all those bags right below that sign and show how much trash we're picking up and cleaning up out of our lakes and rivers and creeks. So $25 gift card just for doing that. Top NuCanoe owner, you're going to win a $500 gift card if you're a top 3 finish angler to NuCanoe. And if you're not in the top 3, you still get $250 just for being the top NuCanoe owner. So, and there's actually more than that. There's I haven't really posted a graphic about it, but if there's big bass, of course, there is the day 1 leader, $250 for being the Friday leader. So burn it down if you have to on Friday, because you will win $250 bonus, because I think that's worth something, being that leader on day 1. So
yeah, I mean, it also puts you at ease if you're a leader at day 1, because you don't have to work as hard on day 2. That's something that I know is always stressful.
Yeah. So we got 2 comments. So RJM, we'll see you at dinner. Awesome. See you there. And Pete over there saying, anyone driving further than Texas in this first one? Maybe not, dude. You literally might be the winner of a pair of cross kicks, because that's a long way. We have Minnesota guys that come, so they might be further. And I think Jeff Narrison, is it Jeff? Am I saying it right? That name? Remember, he came last year to Ocala, and he's coming to this one, I'm pretty sure. So he said he was. I don't know if Elvis is coming. That's tough, man. The kids are in school, but he's in Minnesota, so we'll see. Several guys from Ohio making the trip. Yeah, let's get out of this cold weather up here. Hopefully my dogs aren't being too loud up there, but they're going.
It's actually deceptive. You would think Tallahassee's in the Panhandle, it'll be closer to Texas, but no, it's actually still 13 hours for Pete.
Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, exactly, 13 hours. And but at least it's further north in the Panhandle, and you don't have to drive way down. So if you are living in Texas or Oklahoma or Arkansas or wherever, Wisconsin or Minnesota, like we're talking about, it's not as far at all. But anyway, we've got Chase in the queue in the green room. We'll bring him in. We just were talking about the Omnia Pro app. This is perfect transition. It's almost like we planned it, buddy. How's it going?
Good, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Well, we were telling everyone some of the features we love about the Omnia Pro app and why it's pretty cool, because I don't know if you were on and you saw that. We have the bonus program that we come up with. I'll share it again. That way you can see. It's the one that you and I talked about. On the left here is, you get $300 in the Omnia credit just for being the top Omnia Pro angler, which is an app that Jake and I were telling everyone, you need to be having it anyway, from all the features it has. So that's pretty cool. And just be the highest placing Omnia Pro user, and you win that credit. Bada bing, bada boom. Tell us about some of your favorite features on the app, and what you're hearing from feedback from the anglers lately on what they love about it.
Absolutely. So obviously your go-to feature is going to be your Navionics layer. That's kind of everybody's favorite. That's what draws everybody in. Everybody loves looking at the contours, and it covers the nationwide. So, I mean, wherever you are, it works. Beyond that, actually, some of my favorite layers are some of the weather features. Actually, I feel like they're kind of underutilized, or at least under talked about. Again, everybody loves the mapping and the Navionics, but the wind direction layer is probably my number one go-to layer that I flip on every time I look at the app. It gives you a forecast.
Jake said the same thing. That was his favorite one.
Yeah. I mean, it gives you a forecast. I think a 7-day out forecast. It gives you animation with it. So it looks kind of cool. And as far as I've been finding, it's accurate. So that's been my go-to over the weather app recently.
Mm-hmm.
What's deceptive? Like, even if the wind's coming from the northwest, like sometimes like the way it comes around is different. So it's nice to see where it's actually hitting.
Yeah, exactly. And you can kind of time it out if you've got one of those days where the wind is going to shift on you. You can kind of time that out if lakes up here in Minnesota, some of them get big, and you got to kind of pick which boat ramp you're going to be going to. So I definitely keep an eye on the wind layer a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at it now. You've got the boat landings are nice. Some, the water level stations are awesome for a river angler. I love.
So that's new. That we just finally got that information in. So that's huge for us. And
I hounded you guys about it I hounded you guys about this for a long time.
I know.
You would get it, and you finally did. So
we got it. And really coming really soon, you're going to be able to adjust the Navionics contours based on the water depths too. So that'll be another big thing coming. Yeah. The water depths themselves aren't that really cute a feature. It's one of those things that are really nice to have, but having that Navionics function is going to make it really nice for everybody to play with and really see.
Yep. I use that in my event, the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship. It's not my favorite feature because I'm normally on water that there is no Navionics chart for. Like it's so small and skinny that no one, but that's why I use a lot of the other features more often. But I did use it. I was fishing downtown Chattanooga area, kind of section of Lake Nickajack and the headwaters. And it was really cool because you can see where some flats come out and some stuff that, maybe other people just don't really know about because there's no visible structure in that body of water. It's all just, it just looks like it's all the same depth if you had no clue. But there are a lot of unique different depths and depressions and flats that fish relate to and use a lot more than you would realize. So one thing that you guys did add that I asked for that I really like too is when you put a waypoint down, you can have an accompanying photo with it. So when I scout a new body of water, I like to drive around the perimeter of all those, basically the first bridge where it's actually a creek or a river, right? Not a bridge that crosses that arm of the lake, but actually where it's a creek or river. I like to see what that water clarity is like, how much current's coming in. Do I see life? Yes, no. How good is the access for my kayak? Is it easy? Is it hard? I take a picture there because if you're driving around and practice, you do that and you got 20 places you stopped at, you start to get confused and forget which one was which. If you don't take a picture and have those waypoints, build yourself a little map. You're like, oh yeah, that is where I stopped and threw that spinnerbait and caught that little 14 from the bank there. And it's a pretty cool way to just plan out and use it for a tournament map as well. So a cool app. You guys got a lot more than just an app. I mean, you got the online, the reports, the online reports as well that are more localized, which is really cool. And of course the store where you can buy pretty much anything you guys would need for events. So definitely you guys have a lot going on. It's crazy, but you got it all tied together nicely.
Yeah, no, we do have a lot going on. And we also partnered with another local company up here in Minnesota, Thorn Brothers. That's really allowed us to expand our breadth of product selection. We're starting to dabble more into the multi-species stuff instead of just, focusing really on the bass guys. So that's going to be a really big player coming up. It should be really good things coming up for us here.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate your time. We don't want to take up too much more of your time. It's just a quick sponsor spotlight to give you guys a chance to learn more about it. And we talk about it a lot, so you guys listening probably know about it. So don't want to beat it to death too much, but it really is like we would not partner with anybody if they weren't like great people and great products. Like it's literally everything on my jersey. You guys, when you see me on stage, I was joking with, I think it was Joey Nania and another Bass Pro, and I was like, people were trying to at the Bassmaster Classic, we were trying to sell them some Z-Man stuff and tell them how great it is, and everyone just thinks, well, he's just trying to sell me because you're sponsored by him. I see him on your shirt. I'm like, yeah, buddy, but we were using this stuff before we were sponsored, and we went to them because we know it works and we believe in it. I can't sell something I don't believe in. I believe in Omnia, and I appreciate you guys and what you do. Any parting thoughts to leave us with, or anything we missed?
Yeah, no, just a couple quick things before I go. We did a big thing for you kayak guys. We finally got a measurement tool on the app and website.
Oh, no way.
So you can put 2 marking waypoints, find the distance between them now. Huge for you kayak guys.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
And then a little thankful for you, a little special. Anybody listening tonight, use the KAS Pro 20, get $20 off pro subscription on our website.
Okay. So, I just switched our little thing at the bottom to our general code, but this is like a special
through the end of the month.
KAS Pro 20, and you're going to get
Pro 20. $20 off through the end of the month. $20.
Omnia, $20 off Omnia Pro. Is that the app, or is that just for the website?
That's the subscription. You do have to purchase the subscription on the website to use the discount code. It doesn't work on the app. They don't let us.
Okay. All right. We'll get that up there. We'll make a little ticker at the bottom. We'll get it up there and remind people for the next, till the end of the month. We'll keep reminding all the anglers. So awesome.
Perfect.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you.
All right. Moving right along. That's awesome, man. It is really a cool app, man. These apps these days, I don't know what to think about them, Jake. I mean, I used to know and learn all this stuff, water clarity. I could figure it out by, looking at river gauges and seeing how much water is flowing up in that creek. And I could tell based on the median if it's muddy, stained, clear. And now there's just information out there everywhere that doesn't even take any work. So
yeah,
kind of
now
losing my edge.
Have to drive to the river to look at every aspect, water clarity. Now you can look at street view to see how high the guardrail is to hop over. So
we used to walk both ways uphill in the snow. That's what we sound like here.
Now it's a lot easier to trespass because you can get knowledge ahead of time. You got to know
what's up, Dwayne?
Quickly you can be in and out.
That's true. Hey, say to Dwayne Wally, what's up, buddy? Good seeing so many people at the Classic. Let's chat about that for a minute. Because we don't have any more guests, and this is just kind of a quick little last review of TallaBASSee. But we were at the Classic. That was a lot of fun. Busy, but a lot of fun. And man, that was wall to wall. And now next year, the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship is not going to be held in conjunction with the Classic. And I'm really excited about that, man. I know you and I have talked about this. You probably are too, because it's a lot for the Kayak Series, championship qualified anglers who are fishing that event. Because I get, I have to stay for the Classic and work some sponsors' booths and stuff like that. Well, my goodness, if I stayed, I mean, obviously I want a few days of practice, right? So even when you add in just 2.5, 3 days of practice plus 2 days of the event, plus like 2-3 days, whatever, between the Classic Expo and travel, you're gone like 8 days. So if I wanted even more practice, which would be nice for the championship, right, to have as much as anybody else gets, if I could, ever afford to get away that long. But at least this gives me a chance to have that event separate in the fall. So I like what Steve's doing. And then the Classic, you and I we can go and just have a short, nice, 3.5, 4 day trip, and possibly even have a booth. I've already talked to GoPro. I'm serious. They were like, we love the idea. Like, so maybe we'll have a booth next year with GoPro, promote KAS. I've talked to Josh at Ashegan. We got to get them next to us. We'll have this big party section of all the KAS sponsors. If we can get us all together in one spot, right? We'll get next to Cass King, D Hooker, everybody else who's there. And
it definitely felt like the Ashegan booth was like where everybody was gravitating.
Well, yeah, it's always a popular booth for sure. Now,
like all our people, it's like the fact that we had, and I don't know if people saw the photo, we had the winners.
Total random. This happened just by chance, and we looked around and we were like,
I looked up
man,
and I was like, wow, look,
winners,
it's 3 winners plus Drew.
3 winners all in one booth together, 3 KS winners. So
Broodstock, Midwest of us, Bronze Quest, so Upper Mississippi, Ohio, and then Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's Broodstock with Alex. So catching that 106 of Smallies. So we definitely do not take, Mickey Miller here with bringing the old school river bassin reference. That's pretty cool. What's up, Mickey? We got to see Mickey at one of these events. Come on, man. Come on and see us again. Love to have you. But yeah,
we could have had what's his face in there too. It would have been complete because I think he was at the Classic, or did he go down to Gunnersville? The Texas winner.
Adam Coleman. He was there. He was there. Adam was there, so he was a winner.
Yeah, he was there because I saw him. I spoke to him.
Because he fits the championship as well. I think he was at the Classic at least one day. Aaron's Outdoors was there. He's saying what's up. So hopefully we'll see him at some events this year. I only got to see him for a minute, but good dude. He's another winner. We got all the winners chiming in here, so that's pretty cool. But where do we want to go next? Oh, I was going to say about Ashegan and their booth. Yeah, it's always packed. I mean, it always is. They got cool stuff for sure. And I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't packed. It was packed, but at the same time, it's not hard to pack a 10 by 10 booth. You know what I mean? It's pretty small. But
I'm just saying, like a lot of our people, they gravitate.
They were there.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah. We maybe next year, if we can get it all big, one big joint thing, we can even grow this thing and even bigger at the Classic and make a little kayak section, if you will, KES section. That'd be fun. I'd love it for sure. And then we got to see all the sponsors and the brands that support us. And guys, I'm not kidding you. I wish I would have brought it down here. I didn't, but I am about to start loading these gift bags up. Okay. I have hundreds of pairs of Cass King sunglasses. I've got Cass King rod holders. I mean, we got obviously the meat sticks. We got gift cards to Pradco, from LureNet coming. Lots of cool stuff this year. Great items. But I mean, getting a pair of sunglasses in your $100, the first 50 that register, that's it. First 50 get a $100 gift bag from our sponsors. Like we always say, you do the math. People that really care about this and want to do the math. I know it's not cash, but it's really good stuff in those gift bags. It's $100 worth of stuff plus a $25 AFCO gift card because we want to see as many of you guys picking up trash. $125, paying out 25%. I mean, possibly winning a big bass or one of these prizes that are super easy to just, you lose a fish. You just were filming, win that money from D Hooker. So we're trying to spread the wealth out as much as possible so more people can come, afford the trip, have fun. The winners are always going to top, 2-3 people are definitely always going to, make a real sort of profit if you want to look at it that way, but nobody else really is. So we always try to focus on KES, on the experience, the fun. And if we can just trickle down all these other cool little prizes in cash, then it's kind of like, all right, I spent $150 on an entry fee and travel to get down there, but I got something cool out of it as well and learned a lot. So, and definitely going to catch a lot. We send you guys to the best places. That's for sure. That's our format. So
yeah, the weather looks good for Florida as well. It's going to be just right. Not too hot, not too cold.
No, I haven't even looked at it yet, but I do know
it's going to be like 70s, it's going to touch 80 here or there, but
okay. I do. Let's see if I can click on something real quick. Oh, they're not up yet. So, oh yeah, they are. Here they are. I'm going to share this right now because I do want to appreciate if anyone has any artistic skills. I found out Ryan Parker really does, and not only is a champion angler of the year, he has been working on some products in our store. So if you click on the top right corner of the website, you'll see store. So, and dude, here's why I didn't do good. I forgot to wear the lucky tournament day undies. You know that, Jake? I had these. They're right here. Well, the other ones are right here. These ones are here, but they're not the ones that are lucky ones. But I have these here. Just bring them so I can show them off. You know, choose your adventure wisely. But
you can't just declare them lucky though. You gotta make your own mug, right? Like
that's lucky. Exactly. But all I'm saying is I forgot to wear them, dude, and that's why. And if you look on the up close. I shared this on the podcast with Bailey. That's what it says. Never wash after 90 plus inches. Under 80 inches, you can wash or throw away. That's the deal. That's what it says there. And then this is the stuff Parker made. I love these sweatshirts he's made. This design looks very clean. I mean, check it out. That's pretty cool. Chase the Wild Kayak Adventure Series. Do you like these, Jake? These new ones? They're pretty cool.
Yeah, where were I saw some shorts there for a second.
Yeah, I made some shorts. I don't know if so that we have event specific New River Revival, for example, right here. I mean, they're event specific, and we will have these for sale at events. But these are the shorts right here, your board shorts. Just have the KS logos on them. But here's the deal with these guys. I'll probably have a sample of most of these things at the event, but just one sample. And that's it. And here's why. This is a website where you guys can literally just go in there and buy it. And I'll have a QR code for you guys to buy it at the events if you want to buy it at the event. But either way, it's going to get shipped to your house. You don't have to carry it around. You know what I mean? Like it's just hard. It's hard to make money on clothing and apparel when, you know, it's just hard. You got to keep all this inventory, and not everyone, you don't know how many you need of what. And then you're stuck with like 50 t-shirts over here at the end of the year. Right. So this is just, we don't make as much per shirt, but it definitely still supports us and helps us out. Or sweatshirt, socks, board shorts, whatever, undies, hats, of course, 3/4 sleeve shirts like this one. So you're welcome to buy them and have them for the first event. Go on the website there. And of course, even our sponsors, NuCanoe from last year, we've got some of their products on there, and we'll be continuing to collab with others who use Shopify, so we can collaborate with them. So, and you can buy their stuff straight from here as well. So always, if you're going to buy any of our sponsors' products, check our website first, because then we will get a cut of that. That'll help support KS. If you're going to buy it anyway, might as well buy it from KS website. So you help us a little bit. So, the underwear need to say Trickworm. That's funny. See, now here's the deal. You can go on there, and I believe we have a little button on most of them that you can still customize it even further on your own. So you can do it, whatever. If you want to put that on there, it's a Trickworm. If you're working a Trickworm there, Mr. Rice. Anyway, I don't know, but you guys can do what you want. Yeah, Cinco, Trickworm, Thick Stick, whatever you want to put on there. You could certainly do whatever. Have some fun with it. And
who's got the TRD fatty?
TRD fatty, is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is going downhill fast.
We keep losing inches here.
Yeah. Right. So
next is going to be a fuzzy nugget.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to just keep going down and down. 2 fuzzy nuggets and a thick stick. But let's talk about the event coming up. We've got, if anybody online is in Florida, you can let us know. Jake, you can pull the weather up if you want the 10-day. I can pull a map up and the website up real quick. We've already done a preview, so this is not like we got to spend a lot of time on this. But I will go to the Tallahassee event. Get signed up, guys. If you're not signed up, get signed up. It's coming fast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Summer Smokehouse. We did make this change. We may have made it right before our preview show. It's at the exact same place we had listed before. It's the exact same sort of joint venue with a place that was called Legacy on the Riverfront. But either way, it's the Same spot. We're going to be at Summer Smokehouse. Apparently, I just got a text from Buzz. Remember Buzz from last year? NuCanoe Pro was running Bass Nation for Florida last year, and I think, or maybe some other clubs. He texted me back when I told him, I was just kind of touching base with him about the event, looking forward to hopefully seeing him, I said. And he said he will be there. May only make it for Saturday's Bass Nation event, although I should really try to convince him to fish the KS because, again, you could win it all on Saturday and win the Day 2 Dark Horse. But either way, you know what he texted me back? He said, Summer Smokehouse has some of the best food. He said, we picked an incredible venue right there on the river. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We got the NuCanoe. We're going to be raffling off. I think Blake from NuCanoe is going to be there. So it's going to be fun.
It's got a 4.9 rating out of 600 reviews. That's pretty insane. 600
reviews. That's pretty good. I'm not saying it'd be worth it, drive all the way from wherever just for the food, but my goodness, it's going to be close. And then you add in the fishing and the time of year. This is going to be just right there. I'm telling you right now, this cold front that just came in, there may have been a wave that spawned earlier when it got warm, but this cold front that came in backed a bunch of them off, and they're about to be right in that perfect spawn, pre-spawn, some post-spawn, just what we wanted, nice and shallow. The welcome dinner, again, this is easy. Jake, the real secret people don't know, it's selfishly easy for us, dude. We get to unload everything one time at one place. Thank God. Summer Smokehouse is it.
Yeah, the old days were difficult.
They were difficult. Yeah. Summer Smokehouse, 6:30 to 8. I will be rolling into town probably right then. I don't think I'll get there earlier than that, but Wednesday welcome dinner, 6:30 to 8. Summer Smokehouse. Then Thursday, before I even go any further, if you guys still need lodging, I may know of a little bit of lodging that might be available. I do. So if you need lodging, let me know. I might have some stuff that could work. We got connections. But then Thursday, it's same thing. Summer Smokehouse, right? Your pre-fishing ends at 5, and then we're gonna hang out there. Probably have some games out, food, 6:30 to 8, and we do need to designate, which we'll do soon, Jake, the minimum length required to video release, because this is our first time doing that. So the reason I was thinking about that is I've been debating on if we need to actually we've never done this. Maybe people in the comments can tell me, because, Steve at Bassmasters made their meetings this year mandatory. So you can't come, get your board check and leave. It's a mandatory. Everyone has to stay for the actual meeting. And it's I'm just wondering, we'll probably do some sort of time that we'll have an actual talk. So if you don't understand something, you're new, when to make sure you're there. It'll probably be at 7:30 right before, or maybe 8 right when we end, because we still hang out there. We still hang out and eat and drink until who knows when. That's just the official registration time, 6:30 to 8. So we hang out for a while afterwards at these breweries and restaurants. So even if you come in late to register, we can still accommodate you probably at this exact same location. So we'll probably have a meeting at 8 o'clock, but it's more just an informal, hey, just, do you have any questions? Anybody new that needs to learn something about the rules or needs to clarify? And then Bash U Brunch is the next day, of course, Summer Smokehouse. We've got Josh Sackmar, fisheries biologist. He's coming in to discuss the rare black bass of the Southeast, which is pretty cool because you guys are going to be able to catch some in this event, which we talked about. Swanee bass, largemouth, Florida bass. Heading to the event, you're passing through shoal bass water and all the other black bass species, like all the red eyes, Alabama bass. You're going to be passing them all. So if you're interested in getting doing the black bass slam, this is a good trip to spend an extra day before or after, find out where those guys live. And you can obviously get that information from us at the event and Josh.
The Swanees are cool as well. They're very
cool. Dude, Swanees are such a
cool
cool
weird.
fish.
And I don't say that in a bad way. They are different. They behave much differently. So
if we have time, I will do a seminar as well on some of these sneaky things that I do. And I'm talking this isn't just going to be, I pull up Google Earth and I start dropping pins and you can use historical imagery to move. No, these are the secret things I don't talk about. So I was going to do a short little seminar on that if Josh if we still have time after Josh speaks, but he's going to be pretty entertaining, and you're going to learn a lot, because the more you learn about it's not just the rare black bass of the Southeast, really. It's really like he's going to talk about all of them, but mostly focus on the Southeast. The more you learn about even like the Ouachita and the Neosho smallmouth bass, Guadalupe, I can give you at least 4 tournaments, probably more, but at least off the top of my head, at least 4 tournaments that understanding what all the black bass species are and exactly where their native range is and where they are that's not native as well, like where they live, how it's helped me literally win a tournament or cash a check because of some piece of information I knew, like Grand Lake, Neosho smallmouth. Don't worry about going up the creeks and rivers thinking you're going to find big smallmouth and win on 19, 20 incher. I did not waste time in any rivers when I won Grand Lake from Bassmaster. I spent time in the lake, which caused me and allowed me to find the spawning pocket that I won on largemouth. So again, I didn't target that rare black bass species, but I knew if most people didn't know, they just start catching smallmouth because they're in those creeks, they're in those rivers. You think eventually you're going to stumble on like a 20, 19, 20. It's just not going to happen. They get 16 inches, basically max. 17 is like a real big one, but most of them are 12.
Yeah, they don't even 10, live 11. More than like 6 years. They have a really low lifespan.
Yep. So really cool seminar you're going to be, and you can click right here, guys, donate and register here. We recommend if you click this button, it'll take you to this screen. We're going to suggest $25. That helps cover, the cost of everything. Food will help cover the cost of, the stuff we have to pay for lodging for our guests and speakers. So we appreciate that. And if you want to continue to see it happen, we really just appreciate any donations. But if you don't have any money, dude, come eat. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Donate $5. You can change the amount on this somewhere.
They're going to put right negative 20 and
change them out. So I want to change it. I am a college student. I only have $5 to contribute. Click donate. Boom. We appreciate it. Do not even worry about it. If you have nothing, that's okay. We still want you there. So, what else is next here? Pretty much it. I mean, let's just wrap up the last couple of days, because then after that Bass U brunch, when we give you guys your identifier code as well, then you go fishing on your afternoon sesh. Launch at 2:30. Lines out at 3. Lines in at 3. Lines out at 7:30, and your photo deadline is 9. So plenty of time to get out of some wild, crazy situation or river or wherever you are and get those photos into us by 9. So don't stress. You don't need to stress. Saturday, launch at 7, lines in 7:15, lines out at 3. Fish photo deadline 4:15, just a little sooner. We kind of want to get those results ready for our presentation. And we're going to hang out. Again, Summer Smokehouse, man. It's easy. Just come right back to Summer Smokehouse every day and try everything on the menu, because you're going to be there like 3-4 days in a row. So, or go back to the item you like.
Sounds like I'm going to be eating a lot of grilled cheese.
Yeah. It's true. If people don't know that about you, Jake, you don't eat every kind of meat. You only eat some, like seafood and stuff like that. So you have something, I can't remember what it's called or something but anyway, yeah, grilled cheese. And I'm sure maybe they got like baked potatoes and stuff like that there. We'll have to look at their menu. What
I need is okra. They need to have okra. I don't know. I had their menu pulled up. When I went down to Tennessee with John, my grandma made me okra. And then I went somewhere with John and I had okra that day. And then the next day I went somewhere else and had okra again. And it's like, that's what I need. I need that Southern hospitality.
Yeah. Okra's good, man.
Dude, it's the best. Underrated.
Checking on the comment. This is so listen, there's a question here. Is there a group of the wives and girlfriends that get together while the guys are out fishing? I mean, there's a Facebook group we have now. And you could just ask and see who's bringing wives and girlfriends. But back in the first year, when I had a lot of more even stuff going on. I had a designated friends and family trip, like that would happen every time, like excursion, like a hike or something. But it's just, I think when we start getting 150, 100, 200 people coming to these events, are going to have enough wives and kids that we could probably go back and do a designated excursion. You know what I mean? For each event that happens at like 10 a.m. or 9, like a breakfast. Maybe they eat breakfast at 9 a.m. on Saturday somewhere, or 8:30. And then they're done by 9:30. They go, because everywhere we go on the website, you probably notice that we do mention the other cool things that are in that area, in that tourism region. So, whether it is just a float fun kayak trip on a manatee infested Wakulla River at this event, or going to the beach together, or it's the New River Revival, it's going to hike the mountains there, like some trails in the mountains, stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. That's sort of my dream for this whole thing, is you guys all come together, the wives, the girlfriends, the kids, the families, they all kind of see each other at these events, and we get to suffer at you, get to kind of, fish a tournament. So, which is kind of like everyone wins, families and the anglers. So Jake Cook looks like he's ready to leave the cold again. Yeah, buddy. It got cold, man. I was living the dream down there in Tennessee, and it was warmer in Tennessee than it was in Florida. So we will see you there. By the way, anyone leaving from Northeast Ohio, hit me up. Might need to take like a box or something. We'll see. We should be good. I got my kayak's already down there. John Dalton, thank you. He's already got my stuff. He's going to bring that. So I have a whole truck bed full, but I just don't really want to ever get a trailer if I don't have to. Take like a box trailer to carry all this stuff.
When are you getting your tires? When are those coming?
I actually messaged them today, the Toyo tires. Yeah. And they said it should be on their way already. Should have already shipped. And he gave me the information for the shipping company. So we I'm hoping to get them in time before this trip. So
deliver me two. Jake can deliver me the other two.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get you some. Pete's right. The timing is going to be prime. I mean, prime. And these fisheries are prime. I think Blake Abbey said it well with his Bass Nation post. He's like, Drew's doing something really cool. He's ahead of the curve on getting us to off of these super high pressured bodies of water. I'm telling you, every KS angler knows exactly what he's talking about. And the timing with the weather and how we've paired this perfectly with right at the spawn. I mean, it's going to be, I'm going to be jealous that I'm not going to be able to be on the water. So,
yeah, I'm actually really contemplating not bringing a kayak.
I mean,
I'm considering it. I probably will, but it's like, I feel like it's going to be so good. You could probably pull up to a lot of these like little roadside rivers and actually catch fish. Because I know how Florida is, and that's how it is. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've seen enough YouTube videos to know that.
Yeah, it is good down there. It can be good. The thing is, I'm almost tempted to say the same thing. Like, maybe don't even have John bring it, because he's bringing it to Shreveport for me next up to that Bassmaster event I'm going to fly in. But almost just to say, like, I've got extra signage sent. We have a Cast King, Cast King products coming. They're going to have a display there that we, are going to set up at every event. Cross Kicks is sending us samples of shoes. There's just going to be more for us. Now, the good news is, Jake, we don't have multiple places to keep tearing it down and putting it back up and tearing it down, putting it back up. Maybe just, once we have to do it from our opening ceremony to the theater. And thankfully at Florida, just one time period. But either way, we have a lot more to do. The first event, we have just so you guys know, we have a really cool new presentation that's looks much better. It's more professional. We have a few of these extra bonuses and things to figure out. It doesn't take long to figure them out, but it matters to us to do them so we can spread out the wealth, right? So yeah. I think it's almost not the worst idea, although it does pain us to not really be on the water. But if you have the kayaks, then we're tempted to just go in the water a lot more. So we'll fly the drone. We'll cover you guys. We have a whole a team that'll be there. Tyler Bean and his crew. I think is Luke coming too?
Yep.
Maybe. So Luke, Tyler Bean, we've got Blake Abbey with the camera. We're going to have a lot of coverage of you guys at this event. So let's just keep our head down, and we're just going to keep putting on the best product we possibly can for the anglers. And if we do that, we keep doing that, then I think we'll just keep growing as we have been. So all right. Well, it's about time to kind of wrap up. If there's any questions, you guys can ask us, but I don't know if we have covered everything. think we did kind of cover everything. We haven't really, I don't think we have any new voicemails, but if you guys want to send us a voicemail, where's our thing, our banner thing for that? Don't forget, you guys can do that. I don't know if you can find it. If you can, cool. Here it is.
Yeah. SpeakPipe.
Speakpipe.com/KS. Speakpipe.com/KS. So
such a weird name, SpeakPipe, but hey.
SpeakPipe. Yeah. That's it. You can record a voicemail. We can answer a question. And the next time we will be live, it will be Florida. We won't do a Wednesday live. Next Wednesday, it'll be Aggressively Average Anglers at 8:15. They're going to do a show. I'm not sure if it's a joint show or not with us, but they always go live every week at 8:15. So either way, you can check out their show while you are rigging up at your campsite or Airbnb or hotel in Tallahassee. And yeah, guys, I'm excited. I cannot wait to be down there and just got to get my bearings situated for this year and how things are going and running, and just get back at it, man. Make a new winner. So, you got any last minute comments before we,
No, I'm just excited that the season's finally starting. It's warm here. We're going even warmer. It's a good feeling knowing that, fingers crossed, that snow that happened yesterday that was it. It was like winter's last grasp. So I'm excited to start the season.
Yep.
I caught a largemouth this morning. So
yeah,
things are going right in the world.
Nice. Yeah, I think the weather's gonna be warm enough here on Friday and Saturday and even Sunday to basically get the garage opened up and just unload everything out of there and just see like what the heck is going on. Where is all the KS stuff I got to like load up in a few days? So that's gonna be my game plan. And next year, I'm so pumped, man. Just so pumped to continue growing this thing and the game plan we've got to this Bassmaster Classic idea where we can get GoPro involved in that show. And I think we're getting our system and our format down. The reason I'm bringing it up next year is because I think that 2 weeks after the Classic is like just 1 week too short. I think we need to schedule, because you and I always end up going to the Classic, right? With the Bassmaster Championship and the Classic. So do it.
I went as a fan this year.
3 weeks out. Yeah, you were a fan, yeah. But do it like 3 weeks out. That way we can promote the event. Like maybe we go, it's in South Carolina and Greenville. So we'll have our event, I would say, in the Southeast. I don't know if we'll start in Florida again, but maybe we go back to Georgia and do a Shoalipalooza 2 or something that's close by. So most people coming to the Classic will get everyone excited about it. Hey, 3 weeks away, you can still, get in on this. So 3-4 weeks away, that'll be our game plan. And then we will just take off running and just keep making some fun memories. So, all right, guys, I was waiting to see if maybe the guys from Aggressively Average Anglers popped in here, but they are not. They're going to go live here in 10 minutes. So hop over to their channel and we will see you guys in Florida. Again, if you need any lodging, I might know of some potentially. So hit me up and we will catch you guys on the next one.
See you.
See ya.